Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. For today's video, we are going to see what if Jimmy Butler and LeBron James switched NBA teams. So the big reason I want to do this video is, for one, I want to see how these two great players would do in opposite roles. Would the Miami Heat have just as much success, if not more, with LeBron James? Would the Lakers be able to get to the finals with Jimmy Butler and Anthony Davis instead of LeBron and Anthony Davis? But also, as the simulation goes through, I want to give you guys my thoughts and opinions, a recap of game one, kind of what I was seeing out there, and what I think the Miami Heat need to do going into game two, because obviously, I did say I predicted the Heat would win 7 games. Now it's only game one, but I'm not feeling very good after that prediction. After that first game, it was absolutely atrocious, on all regards for the Miami Heat, from offense, defense, not only that, man, but also the injuries they had potentially suffered. And the Los Angeles Lakers looked absolutely unstoppable, man, looking like obviously the best team in the NBA. So, which is cool, because I have no issues with the Lakers. I was more so going for the Miami Heat just because, I don't know, man, I always tell you guys I like a good underdog story, so it is what it is. Like, if the Lakers win, I'll be happy for the Laker Nation. I'll be happy for LeBron, AD, and obviously, doing it for Kobe Bryant. That's definitely a storyline and everything, man. So, yeah, here we go, though. Let's take a look at these rosters before we get going on the simulation. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you guys feel like, Jimmy Butler and the Lakers, would that work out? With LeBron on the Miami Heat? Well, we all know that works out because we've seen it in the past. But obviously, this is a different team. It doesn't have Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh on. It's got some really good players, but not guys of those caliber. Although, well, Bam is really good. But yeah, man, looking at the Los Angeles Lakers, this is kind of what the team would be looking like if Jimmy Butler was on the squad. By the way, no matter what, I'm going to make these two teams go up against each other in the NBA Finals, so we are going to do that, just so we can see how that could all work out and everything. But yeah, so we got Rondo, KCP, Jimmy Butler, Anthony Davis, and Dwight Howard. Now, obviously playoff Rondo's the thing. In the regular season, he was decent, but he still wasn't not as good as he is right now, obviously, man. But a lot of times you see LeBron James run the point guard position. Now, honestly speaking, I do think you could still run that same type of style through Jimmy Butler. I do think Jimmy Butler can be the main ball handler. So, but I feel like just for, his strength is kind of playing off ball and getting the basketball in his hands at times, but, you do want more of a natural point guard on the team, kind of how they run with, like, Goran Dragic and stuff. So, I think Rondo, hopefully his numbers should actually excel being the natural point guard of this team. You got KCP, who can, probably coming off his best season as an NBA player. Maybe not stat-wise, but from an efficiency standpoint and just being, like, not an embarrassment. He's been pretty damn solid, guys. Like, KCP, as a Piston fan, obviously I remember him playing for the team, but I've been happy for him, man. Like, good for him out there, find himself a good rotation on a great team. So good for him, man. Obviously we got Jimmy Butler that I feel like on this team would probably have to be asked to score a bit more. Now, obviously, he is teamed up with Anthony Davis, so that is going to be the number one option, the best player on this team no matter what. But yeah, Jimmy Butler is going to have to be a bit more aggressive of a scorer because he's not surrounded by shooters like he would be, playing for the Miami Heat. I mean, still some good shooters on the Lakers team, of course, but just kind of built differently, right? Then, of course, you got Dwight Howard at the starting center position. Could be him or JaVale McGee. I think that works out nicely. I wouldn't want to do anything like... I guess maybe you could still consider the line with AD at center with Kuzma at the 4th spot, but Anthony Davis likes playing power forward, so, you want to keep that man happy out there and stuff. And then, obviously, we know the bench. You got Danny Green, you got JaVale McGee, Alex Caruso, Kyle Kuzma, guys like that, man. So, yeah, do I think this team is as good with Jimmy Butler as with LeBron James? No, I don't, because LeBron James is like a top player in the NBA. Not saying Jimmy Butler's not a top player, but he's not in LeBron's status. But do I think the fit around Jimmy Butler still works? Not as good as the Heat team, guys. This team is definitely kind of built more, catered towards a guy like LeBron James handling the basketball and putting the right guys around him and stuff. But it should still be a top team in the Western Conference. So it's going to be kind of fun to watch as the simulation goes through. Now, looking over at the Miami Heat team, we got LeBron James going back to the natural small forward position. Of course, you can blitz him at point guard. By the way, I did give him his number 6 back. They were trying to make him wear number 35, and it just looks disgusting. So I had to give him back to number 6. But yeah, I absolutely love this team around LeBron. Like, obviously, like I said, you don't have the same superstar type of player as you do with Anthony Davis, but Bam Adebayo playing off LeBron is definitely serviceable. Jay Crowder, Duncan Robinson, Goran Dragic, all for floor spacers, and having just like that natural leading point guard in Dragic would work out nicely. Because what I like about point guards like Dragic is that you can put the ball in their hands to make a decision, but also just with their offensive capability, he can play off ball too and be completely fine. So I love this team around LeBron. Like, I do think this team will go to the NBA Finals in this simulation. And then, of course, you put Iguodala out there, Tyler Hero, Kelly Olynyk, Kendrick Nunn. It's going to be interesting, man. I'm going to predict for this team probably a record of... 2K doesn't always give the Heat respect in this game, so... But you got LeBron on it, which they do give respect to. I'm going to say probably a 54-win team. I'm going to say the Lakers will probably be like around like the 49 win range, but maybe a 50-win team. We'll see how that goes, man. But yeah, let's go through this simulation, okay? So what are my thoughts on Game 1 of the 2020 NBA Finals and everything that kind of unfolded? I watched pretty much everything up until like the fourth quarter. At that point, I was like, all right, I'm going to bed, man. But yeah, simulate through date. Yeah, we'll just auto all that there. It was an embarrassment, man. It was a straight-up embarrassment. When it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers, okay, you either have to, I mean, you really have to focus on, you have to, like, give something, you know what I'm saying, man? Like, you have to focus on trying to limit LeBron James driving to the basket. You have to focus on, you know, Anthony Davis not killing you on the inside. And by doing that, you are going to leave three-point shooters open, you know, running a zone and stuff. But with that being said, it's like, if you cannot close out on those shooters, or you don't at least, like, take away from the inside scoring a little bit, while still suffering the three-point shooting by, you know, running a zone and stuff, you're in it for a world hurt. And the Lakers were killing them on all regards. They were killing them on the inside. I mean, Anthony Davis was scoring at will. LeBron James getting to the basket, knocking down threes from Curry range. But not only that, you combine that with, they were just making all their damn three-point shots too. It was absolutely insane, man. It was like just the defense, which I was not really expecting from an Eric Spoelstra ran team, was just embarrassing, man. Now, obviously, Bam Adebayo's injured. Goran Dragic's injured. Jimmy Butler tweaked his ankle. I think he'll probably be fine. He'll probably play through it and stuff. There is rumors that Bam and Dragic are both not going to play. If that's the case, it's a GG. There's no way the Heat win Game 2 without Bam Adebayo or Goran Dragic. Now, I will say, out of all three of those guys, the least important one to the team, but the one that, I don't want to say least important because they would not be here without him, would be Goran Dragic. The reason I say that is just because there is somewhat of a replacement for him. There's no replacement for what Jimmy Butler does. There's no replacement for what Bam does. You need Bam out there. They're already undersized as is. I mean, unless you want like Kelly Olynyk playing defense on Anthony Davis and Dwight Howard. Yeah, that's not good. But at least, you know, if Goran Dragic doesn't play, that's like the one guy they could afford to lose somewhat. Because they do have Kendrick Nunn. Kendrick Nunn has a ton of point guard experience from this previous season. You know, so he actually started there. He hasn't really played much in the bubble. That is because he was out because of having COVID and stuff. But on top of that, you know, it's just like he never really found like his groove. Now, when Dragic was out, like Kendrick Nunn did drop like 15 points. So, you know, at least showing some scoring capabilities out there. But what you lose with Kendrick Nunn, that you can't really replace, you know, by having Goran Dragic not playing, is obviously the leadership, the toughness, but also the ability to make the right pass. Kendrick Nunn is more of a scorer than he is a leader, I will say, on the court. But no, at least like if he has like a crazy game where he can go for like 30, it's like, okay, well, that's interesting at least. But yeah, if Bam's not playing or Jimmy, it's game over. So going into the next game, what needs to happen? Well, for the Los Angeles Lakers, I would say, you know, don't sleep on the Heat, because it's definitely one of those cases where it's like, okay, you don't want to be caught off guard. You don't want to get too cocky, which can happen with teams. I don't feel like LeBron James is going to allow it to happen. I was actually just reading a report that he was actually pissed off that guys like Dwight Howard and even Anthony Davis were kind of like celebrating a little bit too early in the game, where it's just like they were up big time and they were just celebrating, going crazy. But LeBron, you know, his mindset's like, you know, I've seen 3-1 leads get blown. I blew one, man. Well, not like himself, but he blew the Warriors 3-1. You know what I'm saying, right? So he knows that things can happen, and especially on a team that's in the NBA Finals, you know, despite how bad the Miami Heat played, they're still a team that was in it, right? We've seen the Denver Nuggets, you know, take out 3-1 leads and stuff this season too, this postseason, so it's definitely capable to happen, right, man? So yeah, LeBron James has to keep them locked and loaded. He definitely will, I think. And as far as the Miami Heat goes, I just feel like they have to pick their poison. You know, you just strictly have to guard the three-point line. Like, run a 4-1 zone, man. What you got to do is run a 4-1 zone, like, negate all the three-point shooting. Like, you all don't get a single three-point shot. You know, let them score on the inside. And on top of that, you guys got to knock down your three-point shots, because obviously 3 is worth more than 2, and just hope that works, man. I don't really know. But even, like, it was just... I never see. Oh, I've seen teams look helpless. I mean, come on, I'm watching the Pistons for years, but no, they just looked really helpless, man. And I don't know. It's just I had no idea. You know, from like a coach and stuff, I couldn't see like a coach saying like, well, we gotta do this better now. It's like just everything was just broken, man. Everything was broken out there. But the Heat went 67-15 with LeBron James. I don't know if you guys saw that. Well, you can't because I'm in the way. 67-15. The Lakers went. Damn, bro. 62-19 for the Lakers. Okay, we might actually have a ball game out here, man. 67-15, 62-19. Wow. So I'm really curious to see what these stat lines are looking like. Simulate through date. That's crazy, bro. Absolutely crazy. So we got LeBron wearing the number 6 for the Miami Heat yet again. as MVP at 28.7 rebounds, 8 assists per game. Efficiency off the charts, looking just like his best Miami Heat season of all time. Windler, 11 points. Hey, that's actually his best rookie of the year numbers I've actually ever seen on this game, man. Schroeder, don't know what award it is. 6-man, but yeah, that big red. Move the logo, 2K. Giannis, defensive player. Josh Okogie, most improved. And Eric Spoelstra is coach of the year, of course, man. But yeah, we got LeBron. Anthony Davis made All-NBA second. And Jimmy Butler, All-NBA third. So all these guys worked out nicely on their teams. Bam Adebayo, All-NBA team playing with LeBron James. So yeah. Both these teams are first seeds. That's nice to see as far as like the playoffs and stuff. We are playing with injuries off, so the Miami Heat do have to deal with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. That could be a little interesting. But, yeah, let's go to these player stats on the season, see how both these teams operated. So, AD, 27 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists. Yeah, he was as good as advertised. Jimmy Butler definitely upped his scoring, man. I mean, this is literally looking like probably like his best season ever. Because I could have sworn he had I guess this was his best scoring season on the Bulls at 24.6 assists. But yeah, it's one of those cases where he's never played with the guy as good as Anthony Davis. He's played with, like, you know, Joel Embiid and stuff. But AD, just like how defenders have to operate with him, it's like there's no... Because for Joel Embiid, it's like, okay, well, maybe I'll let him shoot some threes. But Anthony Davis, you can't even do that to him, right, man? But yeah, absolutely crazy. Rondo as a full-time starting point guard again. 10 points, you know, 4 rebounds, 9 assists. They actually used to play together, didn't they, on the Chicago Bulls, I believe, which I don't think ended very nicely. KCP played good. Kyle Kuzma, all the role players played their role, got, you know, 10 points, few rebounds, few assists, few defensive plays out there, so that's nice to see. And looking at the Miami Heat, who, like I said, man, 67 and 15. We got LeBron James, 28 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists. Dragic at 16, 4 and 4. Bam Adebayo at 16 points, 11 rebounds. Great defense. Tyler Hero, 12, 10 for Duncan Robinson. Surrounding, you know, LeBron with all these great 3-point shooters. Definitely worked out nicely with LeBron James having one of his best seasons of all time, man. So yeah, absolutely crazy. Looking at the team stats, how all these teams do, probably pretty damn good. Lakers, second in the NBA in scoring. The Heat, ninth. I mean, not bad, but must have been their defense that was off the charts. And yeah, they were the best defense team, followed by the Lakers. So, to me, it personally, like, looked like the Lakers actually had the better season. So, but obviously the Heat had the better record. So I'm very curious how this is gonna work out over here, man. 3-point percentage wise, we got the Heat were 10th in the NBA, and the Lakers we're 21st. Yeah, Jimmy Butler's not really like a big time 3-point shooter. You can definitely have games where he knocks them down, but not like consistently. And yeah, man, so that was really interesting. Let's go to these NBA playoffs, see if both these teams actually get to the finals. I am going to save real quick here because if they both don't make it, I'm going to make it so they automatically get to the finals. So yeah, we're going to save this real quick here. Save this file. There we go. All right, man. Simulate round. See how it goes. But you have to imagine both these teams are going to make it. But then again, it's 2K, so I bet you, the Heat are going to lose to, like, the Cleveland Cavaliers or a team like that, man. Okay, so the Lakers sweep the Pelicans 4-0. We got 30 and 15 for Anthony Davis, 27 for Jimmy Butler, 22 for Dwight Howard. Meanwhile, looking at the Heat in their closeout game, 35 for LeBron James. Bam! Crazy-ass stat line, guys. Love the 16 rebounds. Just like the all-around game. This guy's so talented. It's crazy. 19-5 for Goran Dragic. All right, we got Clippers and Philly. Simulate round, man. See if both these teams can get past these respected, franchises. And Philly is having their way. And, hey, okay, just blew a 3-0 lead. Prime example, man. Like, never sleep on nobody, right? In this closeout game, 24 for LeBron James, 21 and 10 for Bam Adebayo. Scored 106 points, but they only gave up 86. So, yeah, I don't think this team is... Jimmy Butler's a better defender than LeBron, right? Would you say that right now? I think LeBron has the potential to be a better defender, but I think overall, like when it comes to like effort every single game, you probably have to say that Jimmy is better, right? Or maybe you don't say that, which is fine too. 25 for Jimmy. Yeah, his scoring, he's really picked it up, man. Really picked it up, which is kind of cool to see. All right, so we got Denver and the Magic. Mickey Mouse, guys, pulling some strings out there. Simulate rounds. See how this goes. See if both these teams can get to the finals, man. It would be nice. So I don't have to redo the simulation. And... hey, there we go. We got Lakers and the Miami Heat. The Orlando Magic took them to 7 games. That would actually be a really fun Eastern Conference Finals. I want a year of the Magic and Heat against the Lakers and Clippers. Just like the big hometown rival thing. Well, Orlando and Miami's in 2 different places. I guess we can say the Dallas and Houston Rockets too. Yeah, and then here's the closeout game over here. There we go. All right, man. We got game 1, NBA Finals. See if either one of these guys are difference makers. See, you know, if the Heat or Lakers can, well, one of these guys are going to pull it off because that's how basketball works. You got to have a winner, right? We don't tie. We don't tie in basketball. And based off this, well, okay, damn, I guess the Lakers are coming back a little bit out here, guys. There we go, 106-99. Anthony Davis, Jimmy Butler get the first game, which I guess might go to, whoa. Oh, no, I thought Iguodala, for some reason, I thought that was Anthony Davis. I was like, damn, he had 2 points, got clamped up by Kelly Olynyk or something. No, AD, 37-15, 25-7 for Jimmy Butler, man. And LeBron, not a great game, 12-10. I mean, not great. Okay, here we go. Simulate with Simcast. Game 2. Let's get it. Which, you know, despite how good Jimmy and LeBron are, I think the biggest message of this is just how big of a difference maker Anthony Davis is. We got 31-8-5 for LeBron that time around. But this time we got Butler at 31, 24-24 game for Anthony Davis, guys. 24-24 game. All right, Simulate with Simcast. Game 3. Is it going to be a sweep? I was not expecting a sweep, but I guess I was looking at the team stats, and I was like, well, the Lakers do look like a better team. But yeah, okay, it looks like the Miami Heat are bouncing back this time around. 135-117, 24 for LeBron, 12 assists. We got 24 for Bam. Duncan Robinson getting it done. He played like trash in game 1, guys. He was absolute trash. 35-10 for Anthony Davis, and Jimmy Butler having one of those games where it's like he does some good things out there, but then he only scores 11 points, or he has 6 turnovers. It's like that happens with Jimmy at times. All right, Simulate with Simcast. Game Trace. No, Cuatro. Spanish, man. I took 2 years of Spanish. It was BS. They told me it was going to help me get into a better college. I still ended up in community. 126-110. So the Miami Heat definitely making a big-time comeback. Once again, to prove LeBron's point, you know, don't celebrate too early. Things can happen, man. Jimmy Butler, a lot better game. But, yeah, like, that's got to hurt when when Jimmy drops 29, you still lose. It's like, ugh, it's not great. Simulate with Simcast. Game 5, man. I'm going to say whoever wins this game is going to win the series. That's how it's going to be. I guess they agree, man, because it's really back and forth. The Lakers looking to pull it out right there, though. That's what she said. 90-84, looking like a damn early 2000s scoring game, man. 90-84, you don't ever see that anymore. Seems like teams are always scoring over 100 points. Anthony Davis, crazy game again. All right, here we go. Simulate with Simcast. See if the Lakers close it out right here. The Miami can force a Game 7. And it's looking like probably a Game 7, man. You know, LeBron James, he ain't going to make it easy on you. We got 116-92, 38-8-6. Yeah, LeBron James, big-time game. 27-19 for Bam Adebayo. And then we got 31-16 for Anthony Davis, 15-6-6 for Jimmy Butler. Here we go, man. Game 7. Simulate with Simcast. Hopefully it's a close game. This is what I want in real life, guys. This, like even if it's to the point where those guys need to like switch teams so we can have a Game 7, let's do it, man. Let's just do it. No, that's definitely not going to happen. But no, we have the Lakers winning 106-98. 26 for LeBron James on 12 for 25 shooting, 2 for 10 from 3. Not great. Tyler Hero really choked that game. Duncan Robinson, you know, didn't really shoot a lot. Olynyk was nice, but that was it, man. Then we got 27-21 for Anthony Davis. Jimmy Butler, not a great game, but that's the thing, man. It's like when Jimmy doesn't have a good game and Bam's not having a good game, who do you rely on? Where LeBron can have, like, not one of his LeBron type of games, and you still got Anthony Davis, man. And I think that is the moral of this video is that, you know, both these teams are great in real life, but one has Anthony Davis, who just got Finals MVP. Hope you guys all enjoyed, man. Really looking forward to a competitive, you know, Game 2. Just a reminder, guys, is that I am not going to be around for Game 2, though. I don't know if I said that actually or not, but no, I'm going to be helping my brother move and stuff. So, I'm probably just going to have, like, a rebuild for Game 2, but it's not going to be about either one of these teams. Sorry, guys. But, yeah, man, thank you all so much for watching, and peace out.